Hey guys, you ever wonder who makes the best cordless lawnmower? Or were you ever curious, maybe you're thinking about getting a cordless lawnmower, but you don't know a lot about them? Or maybe you're not sure if they'll mow your entire lawn based on the size of your yard. There's a lot of cordless lawnmowers out there. We looked at 16 of them in our head-to-head from 14 different manufacturers to come up with the best cordless lawnmower. We cover everything in this head-to-head, and I'll explain it as we get going. So sit back, relax, we got you. Okay guys, so we put these mowers through very specific tests against each other to crown the best cordless lawnmower. And we are not a professional testing facility, but our crew did take and gather measurements and analyze each and every mower in a variety of categories to rank them against each other. At Toolbox Buzz, we always strive to try to figure out how to make our head-to-head test uniform, reproducible, and fair when we put it together. And it's part of our reputation. We looked at 10 categories. We looked at decibel readings, runtime tests. We did a speed test, I'll explain why. We looked at ergonomics, user experience and features, handle comfort and adjustments. We analyzed the amount of grass mowed on a battery charge, maneuverability, deck height, adjustability, compact storage. Before we get into those categories, I want to talk about cordless mower cut quality. Now, the grass we mowed was not particularly uniform, and this makes quantifying cut quality difficult, if not impossible. We needed a sod quality lawn to do that, so we did not rank this category. I will note though that Ego and Ryobi have dual stacked blades, which are designed to lift up the grass and mulch them better and cut them. And some of the other mowers, like say the Milwaukee, has higher RPM speeds and a deck designed to lift the grass and cut it a couple times. It's fast. The Ego that I mentioned actually comes shipped with like 3 or 4 blades included, but you have to swap them out and change them out. It's a little bit of a pain in the neck, but they have like a mulching blade and extended runtime blade that come with the kit. All right, let's move on to the categories we did evaluate. We looked at quiet, noise, decibels, and the winner, the quietest cordless mower winner was Stihl. Probably one of the most often asked questions on cordless mowers or conversations about them is how quiet they are. So to gain a relative comparison of noise, we just did a basic decibel test to see, to measure, and we did it in a controlled environment. We did it in our barn. We ran each mower on a concrete deck in the same spot every time, lifted at full height, and we had our decibel meter at the same height for each mower in the same location, kind of a average height, user height, basically relative positioning. So we ran the test for enough time to have the mowers reach a maximum and stable RPM speed. And many of these mowers, motors start high and ramp down low. They cycle down to slow speed down if they're not encountering, a load. The quietest mower tested was the Stihl at 79 decibels. It has an eco mode, and when selected, the mower actually drops down in RPMs for situations requiring less power. So the noise goes down even. This increases energy efficiency, battery runtime, as well as just reduces the noise of the motor. We had a 3-way tie for second at 80 decibels, and that was Greenworks, Snapper, and Toro. Coming into loudest mower was Ego and Makita, the XML CT1 version. We had 2 versions at 88.5 decibels. There are 5 mowers that have turbo features in them, and that increases the noise decibels and the power from 3.5 to 5 decibels when you do that. Milwaukee, Echo, Stihl, Greenworks, and Toro. When in the turbo mode, which Milwaukee calls their high lift mode, the Milwaukee actually is the loudest mower we tested at 90 decibels. That high lift mode uses a higher blade speed to achieve additional airflow, increased grass lift, and it better delivers a better quality mulching or bagging result. For comparison of, say, we look at like a gas mower versus a cordless mower. Gas is in the range of 95 to 100 decibels, and the average tested decibel for the cordless mowers was around 82.6 decibels. Then we moved on to the most grass cutters, a runtime test, and huge advances in battery technology, and it's made cordless mowers an option. There are $1 million question though in everybody's mind is how much grass will the cordless mower cut on a battery charge? Will it do my lawn? Mowing runtime will vary greatly depending on the height of grass, the thickness, the type of grass, was it wet? So for our runtime procedures, we measured and marked mowing lanes for each mower, kept track of the time and total distance that each mower traveled. The grass conditions, they were basically field quality green grass with white clover. They were 6 to 7 inches high, the grass, and each mower started off at 4 inches high. We set the mower at the maximum speed if it was self-propelled. We asked the operators of the non-self-propelled mowers to just move at a comfortable pace, keep up. It was interesting to note that a 40-year-old man in good condition pushing a mower was faster than almost all of these self-propelled units. If any mower completed their entire marked lane that we made out for them, we then lowered the mower deck by 1 additional inch and recut that lane. Once the mower stopped running, we used a measuring wheel to measure the final distance spot and did our calculations. Some mowers had dual batteries that operate separately. So one runs down and the next one has to be switched over or something. In this instant, if the batteries were provided in the kit, we doubled the calculations to come up with a total distance mowed. The most grass cut, or the best runtime, was Milwaukee. The winner of the most grass went to this Milwaukee M80 mower that basically operates on two 18-volt, 12-amp-hour batteries. These power banks basically propelled the Milwaukee to run 14,936 feet or 2.83 miles. The total cutting area was 26,138 square feet. Truly impressive amount of grass for a battery-powered mower. The final rankings were based on the area of the mower that it cut with the total batteries on board. We also showed a column of data which was per watt hour for just some additional information. Ultimately though, what users want or are interested in is how much grass can I mow with a single charge. Just behind Milwaukee was the Cobalt 80 volt mowing 14,000 feet with 24,540 square feet. Cobalt powers on a 6 amp hour battery, one battery. Rounding around the top three was the Ego mower, single battery mower, and this comes with a 10 amp hour battery. The Ego was able to run for 10,868 feet or 2.6 miles for 9,000 square feet mowed. Let's talk about watt hours. It's important to note that all of the 16 mowers have different battery amp hours and capabilities or capacities and voltages. Comparing one's tool battery capacity to another by using or referencing amp hours is a common practice but inaccurate and misleading. Watt hours is calculated by multiplying the voltage, the actual load voltage, not the max voltage some of these companies use, by the battery pack amp hours. This calculation allows us to compare the total energy available to do the work based on the voltage and the size of the battery pack, the amp hours. For example, we can take a look at the two leaders in our runtime area mode test, which was Milwaukee and the Cobalt 80 volt. Milwaukee uses two batteries, 18 volt, 12 amp hours apiece. Each battery, if you look at 18 volt times 12 amp hours, equals 216 watt hours of capacity. Adding both of those together, you get 438 watt hours on board, supplied with the kit on that battery and that mower. The Cobalt has a single 80 volt battery rated at 6 amp hours with a watt hour capacity at 480. The takeaway here is that even though the Milwaukee has two batteries, each with an advertised 12 amp hour battery, and the Cobalt has a single 6 amp hour battery, the Cobalt is actually a larger, more energy rich battery. Since we already gathered the data, we went ahead and we calculated the area of a square foot of the watt hour mode for each mower in the test. I'll show you that in this chart. The value is a crude measurement and of efficiency of a motor for cutting grass, given with a battery capacity. Now, while an interesting exercise, it helps explain how some mowers with smaller batteries outperformed larger ones like the Milwaukee did. We feel that this data, and data like this of any kind, normalized performance, it's really irrelevant in this case. We set out in this test to tell you which mower out of the box with the batteries it came with could cut the most grass. So that's where we went with our rankings. If you already own batteries of a particular mower platform, this could greatly swing your decision to invest or in a particular mower for the runtime or just for the batteries. We also did a speed test. The winner of our speed test was Milwaukee and Toro. Now, after performing our runtime test, many of our operators shared that they wished that their particular mower moved faster. didn't move fast enough for them. So we decided to test the highest setting of propulsion on these mowers. And we set out a 100-yard dash basically to see who was the fastest. 2 crew members were assigned to each mower, 1 operator, 1 to record the time. Now, because some of these mowers require several feet to ramp up their speed, we gave them all of the mowers actually started 8 feet in front of our timing line. Once the front wheels hit the timing line, the orange line we painted, the timer started. Once the wheels hit the 100-yard mark, the timer stopped. We tested each mower twice and recorded an average time. There were 2 mowers that were not self-propelled. That's the Black & Decker and the Cobalt 40 volt. These mowers did not compete in this test. Milwaukee and Toro tied for the fastest mowers with an average speed of 51 seconds, 100-yard dash. Eco and Ryobi tied for 3rd place with an average time of 57.5, and the turtle in the race was the Snapper. Kind of funny, right? Coming in at 78 seconds. Okay, I want to move on to ergonomics. I know, goofy, sorry. The winner of ergonomics was Ryobi. All 16 mowers have similar features. We basically looked and considered 7 features for this category. We looked at adjustability of the handle, the effort of maneuverability, human factor and ease of foldability, storage. We looked at deck adjustment, ergonomics, user experience, propulsion, and control ergonomics. So the Ryobi started, or I should say shined in this category with 10 points. The 40 volt HP Brushless Whisper Series 21-inch all-wheel drive mower has a super easy to push button start, onboard lever to choose from mulching or bagging, which is really slick, 7 position single point height adjustment to do the height adjustment between 1 and 4 inches for the cutting height. We thought the handle was super comfortable, no hot spots or pinch points. The self-propulsion paddle lever being adjustable is a really nice feature, allowing the user to just pick your desired setting and wrist positioning. Variable speed on this mower control is perfect position to adjust and go, and you can even take your hand off the handle and do certain things with it. The external fuel gas gauge was clear, easy to see, the battery charge, and one-touch aluminum folding handles to store this mower horizontally or vertically into a super compact package. Now, Ego came in second with 11 points, and this is a simple and intuitive adjustments on the controls on this mower. I use this mower at home. Ego provides an excellent user experience. Most of the controls and adjustment buttons and levers are bright green, making them easy to find on the mower. Our crew also liked how quick and easy the mower handles fold for storage, as well as the comfortable rubber overmold on the handle grip. It's really nice design. Ego Echo came in 3rd place with 13 points with simple, intuitive, and ambidextrous controls. And the Echo has a contoured handle. While comfortable, it doesn't really allow multiple gripping positions. And the crew noted that while the controls were easily accessed, they were a bit spread out. And basically what that does is it requires the operator to remove their hand from the handle to reach for a lever. There is no variable speed paddle, and it has a separate on-off headlight switch. All right, so before I move on, there were a couple of notable mentions on the other mowers that didn't rank. So the Dewalt mower, for example, has an average 45-degree kind of pronated grip. The propulsion control lever has little to no modulation. That needs to be improved, Dewalt. Fine control is difficult to achieve, and it appears to be a mechanical clutch or something. The auto adjusting speed slows down the mower blade over easy to cut grass, and because of that, the propulsion based on the mechanical clutch also slows your pace down at the exact time when you as a user want to speed up because it's easy to cut. Slow speed necessitates the operator to extend and hold their fingers, which is an awkward and causes hand fatigue, awkward positioning. When walking over gravel, the mower, pushing the mower, just traveling with it, it cannot turn off the propulsion of the blade spinning, so that could result in a thrown rock or a flying hazard, flying item hazard. Let's move on to the Makita, the non-pro version. This has excellent controls, easy to access on top of the hand assembly. You do, however, have to move your hand from the handles to access them. It does not have an easy adjustable deck height, and the handle is all metal, which is durable, which we liked. The Makita Pro Lawnmower has similar features, but it's way more solid built. It's built for pro users. The crew noted that the speed control is a bit out of reach, making it an awkward adjustment on the fly. It has excellent controls, easily accessed at the top of the handle assembly, but you do again have to remove your hand from the handle to use them or access them. Overall, the crew felt that the Makita Pro was easy to use. It maneuvered fine. And the self-propulsion, which can be left on when you turn it, makes the mower much slower. The mower is a bit slow on the speed up and ramp up speeds as well, and it's one of the reasons why the users did not turn it off when they were turning around in self-propulsion. The crew also noted that the motor bogged down in the 7-inch clover grass that we cut when set at 4 inches. It does operate on 2 batteries. This mower has a compartment for 4 batteries and a switch to go between them. It's like a knob type switch. So you don't have to open the lid to access it, you just do it. Battery LED shows the 4 battery charges, so you can analyze all 4 at one time. And when set at the mid-range or lower, we noted that the front wheel on this mower did not touch the ground. One of the wheels was a little bit off. The crew all felt that in terms of cut quality, this was negligible difference on the cut because it was only off 1/8 of an inch and the ground is all over the place. The Makita Pro has a handle height adjustment, but requires a tool to set it. This is a very heavy machine. It's durable. It's got front and rear lift points. It's truly built for pro use. All right, the Toro, which they call, they use personal pace self-propelled drive, has kind of a sliding handle grip. If you push it forward, it starts the propulsion and controls it throughout the mowing. And it takes some time to get used to, a little bit of a learning curve. The arched, rounded shape is unique looking and comfortable, but the side-to-side slop on it was unnerving and a little bit of racking. Other than the propulsion system, this mower has no frills and really could use an upgrade. It cannot be propelled without the blade spinning. It requires a wheel lift lever on each of the deck heights, and the height doesn't telescope in the handle, so we weren't overly impressed with that. Snapper has a self-propelled sliding handle as well. Similar to Toro, Snapper calls it a step sense. The Snapper has a variable speed that is built into the step sense handle, similar. But unlike the Toro, the variable speed can be locked out with a locking knob on the handle. It's lightweight. It's a no-frills mower with no lifting points to pick it up. All right, let's move on to maneuverability. The winner of maneuverability was the Black & Decker and the Cobalt 40 volt. And because they were not self-propelled, the Black & Decker and Cobalt, they're just more maneuverable, and they tend to be lighter mowers, lighter weight. To move tightly with a self-propelled machine, users typically have to disconnect the propulsion. The operator must press against the mechanism to turn the mower a little bit sometimes to get it to move or whatever. But the Black & Decker, super lightweight, very maneuverable, and great for people, small frame people or younger folks, kids, who might have issues with heavier mowers or don't like self-propulsion. Because of the weight and no propulsion, it just makes it easy to maneuver around gardens, trees, and it's incredibly easy. The same can be said about the Cobalt 40 volt. Again, does not have self-propulsion, geared towards smaller yards and yards with lots of maneuverability and beds and things that you're cutting around. Milwaukee actually took second place in this test, but was the best maneuverable mower of all the self-propelled mowers. This is due because of the short wheelbase front to back. The mowers that had the longest wheelbase seem to rank more towards the bottom. The maneuverability of a push mower is especially important when you think about trimming around gardens and stuff like I just mentioned. The ease of which a mower turns is largely due to those wheels, mower weight and width and all that stuff. Now, Ego took third place, and the crew noted that by applying just a little bit of pressure with your palm, you can actually easily engage the self-propelled system slowly and maneuver. Now, when mowing, users mostly discovered that when you eased up on the drive button, it made for smoother, tighter turns. The Heart mower, actually when we were testing maneuverability, lost the wheel when we were maneuvering. And it looks like the nut and washer on the wheel that holds the wheel on could really benefit from like a nylock lock, a nut. Based on this, Heart received a low score in the fit and finish scoring. The mower, once repaired, it maneuvered fine. Now, we went on to deck height adjustment and adjustability, and the winner of that was the Cobalt 40 and 80 volt. Now, all the mowers, with the exception of the Toro, include a single lever deck height adjustment feature. The Toro still uses kind of an archaic single wheel adjustment lift, very old school style I grew up with as a kid with gas mowers. The winners of this category was basically due to their larger lever, ability to, strong return spring and ability to easily engage the deck height. They both feature a 7 deck height adjustment, and they range from up to 4 inches at from 1.25 to 4 inches. Ryobi, Milwaukee Steel came in close second. They have large levers, spring assisted, easy to use lifting mechanisms and lowering levers as well. Notable mention should go to Ego because the crew really liked their adjustment lever. It has a nice handle, but agreed that it was a little tough to actuate. We assume in time maybe that spring will loosen up and might even be easier to raise and lower. Some of the mowers had knuckle busting setups that it's going to cause the user to hit as they lower the mower past the handle assembly when adjusting the mower or raising it. So we ranked those accordingly. We then moved on to compact design and storage size. The winner of that was Ego and Ryobi. Now, foldability and storage are crucial to some folks, for me especially. Furthermore, cordless mowers, they can be stored upright without the worry of spilling gas or filling the engine with oil or whatever. So the entire crew considered factors such as telescopic handles, pivoting points, and grab lift points. And the ability basically to stand these mowers up and push them up against the wall, evaluate how easy it was to set them up and fold them down again. We examined these aspects and attributes as a group and then scored them on a scale of 1 to 5, 1 being the best. There was a 3-way tie for the most compact mower in this category. When folded, the Ego, Ryobi, and Hart had the smallest storage or took up the least amount of space. They're incredibly compact and can easily store vertically or horizontally. Ego is easy to fold and store, really easy. You can hang it from the front handle, store it upright, you can do all of that stuff. The handle can be telescoped in and out using just 2 very easy to clip green slide levers. To fold the handle there horizontally, there's a 1 lever, large lever, easily accessed, and boom, it folds. If needed, the Ego additionally has 2 lift handles for carrying. Ryobi. Now, the Ryobi mower has a large single pull lever to open and fold the handle. Crew loved it. Once folded, it is extremely compact and easily stands vertically. Just stores beautifully. The Ryobi also has 1 rear carrying handle and no telescoping features, just folds over. So we moved on to Hart. Now Hart has what they call a fast fold feature. And the mower is just a lever that pulls up and it's a quick, smooth handle to fold. There is no need for telescoping feature because of the short handle and it folds up kind of compact. The one mower that does not fold is that Makita Pro Grade mower. And we believe that a commercial mower, it's really not meant to store like that. They're going to be put in a trailer or come on and off a truck or something at every site. With that being said though, the Makita mower has front and rear lift points, making it easy to lift, but it is truly heavy and heavy duty. It's a workhorse for sure. Okay, let's move on to the best cordless mower price. And the winner of that was Black & Decker. And probably one of the most often asked questions is, how much money these cordless mowers cost. They must be super expensive. Well, we looked at kit prices at the time of making this video, and coming in lowest was the Black & Decker, which is going to run you about $347. It's a great mower for someone who's looking to mow a small area. The mower deck is plastic. It's a no-frills mower. It's going to get the job done for an average homeowner. Cutting at roughly a 1/4 acre on a single charge, this mower pretty much can handle your weekly lawn cut. Now with a price of $399, the Stihl mower comes in second place as the lowest price mower. Powered by the 40-volt battery, this mower covers a lot of grass. It covered 1.5 miles of mowed grass, and it finished mid-pack in our testing. It's a lightweight mower. It has a telescoping handle for great storage ability. Then we looked on, if you go down to the Cobalt 40-volt, it came in third for price, and that was $429. This mower also has a steel deck. It provides about 45 minutes of continuous cutting, 6 amp hour battery. It's a good choice if you're already using other 40-volt Cobalt outdoor power equipment. On the flip side, I will say that the Milwaukee mower comes in at the highest mower price, and that's going to run you $1,000, $999. That being said though, it shined in every area. Certainly in the area mowing test, it won the fastest mower, has some slick features like that LED light and adjustability. This mower ships, it comes as a kit with 2 M18 12 amp hour batteries, which by the way, if you purchase separately, it makes up half the cost of the mower. These tests and evaluations are difficult. They take a lot of time and ultimately are limited in the scope of what we can do, right? So we cannot do this long-term testing that you folks are always looking for to shed light on durability. But in order to choose the best cordless mower, we looked at 6 categories. Price was not one of them. And we scored them 1 through 16 to define our winner. And we tallied those category numbers to come up with a total number, the lower number being the best mower. So the best cordless mower was the Milwaukee M80 21-inch self-propelled dual battery mower. It took the crown. Now, while Milwaukee does not market this mower as a professional lawnmower, landscaper mower, make no mistake, this mower is robust, durable, and built for all-day use. This mower is powerful. Like I said, it runs on 2 M18 12-amp-hour batteries, super fast in our speed test, covered over 14,936 feet of mowed grass. That's 2.83 miles of mowing. It ran at full speed for over 44 minutes, which is up at the top of the pack when it comes to runtime. The team really liked and appreciated the great ergonomics, foldability, maneuverability, and just really nicely thought out design. The team was impressed with fit and finish of the handles, controls, that steel deck, sweet. Overall durable design of this mower. The rear-wheeled self-propelled drive allowed this mower to move fast and maneuver well. Many of the crew members who used the mower commented on how quick the throttle to motor reaction was. Milwaukee claims that its optimized steel deck design, higher blade speed, and airflow deliver increased lift, which reduces missed grass blades and clumps and better quality grass cutting. Our team noted that the mower's higher blade speed absolutely helped when we were cutting through tall grass, did not stall. The blade and propulsion reached full throttle speed in under 1 second. Boom, instant. The throttle, or they call it an active speed management paddle, basically allows you to adjust that mower propulsion speed. The mower delivers 10 foot-pounds of cutting torque and a variable speed self-propulsion from 0 to 4 miles per hour. I think most of the crew really liked and commented also on how futuristic looking the 4 LED lights in 4 positions, the spaceship, but we all agreed that lights on a lawnmower really don't mean much to us. As a professional contractor, I recognize that those 2 12-amp-hour batteries with this unit sold separately cost about $500, and I can use them in my high-demand tools, table saw, miter saw, stuff like that. This makes the mower more attractive to me and actually makes it in the $400 cost range. Lastly, the single-point height adjustment, 2-point carry handles, and easy vertical storage allows this mower quickly to rise to the top of our evaluations. All right, our hats off go to Eagle Power 21-inch Select Cut XP self-propelled mower, which continues to crush the competitors when it comes to outdoor power equipment. Ego is no slouch, and it finished right under the Milwaukee. They built this mower from the ground up. This is what they do. It has great ergonomics, cut just over 2 miles, that's 10,868 feet, on a single 56-volt 10-amp-hour battery. This machine will cut anything you throw at it. It has the ability to turn off the self-propulsion feature to avoid, the blade, so you can just propel and not avoid flying objects, which is nice. The team liked that you can engage the touch drive self-propulsion with a touch of your palm or your thumb, whatever you want. You can control the variable speed with a dial of your hand, and you can also back off on that switch. Ego delivers 8.3 foot-pounds of cutting torque and a variable speed propulsion from 0.9 to 3.1 miles an hour. The Ego has 7 position cutting height adjustments from 1.5 to 4 and bright LED headlights. Ego's Select Cut multi-blade cutting system is equipped, it comes with like interchangeable lower blades. And I talked about that a little bit earlier. Mulching blade, high lift, bagging blade, extended runtime blade or something like that. Ryobi and Steel tied for 3rd place with 30 points. The Ryobi was the only all-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive mower. It features 2 interactive battery ports, a fast and easy 7-position single-point height adjustment from 1 inch to 4 inches. The crew really appreciated the external fuel gauge, the LED lights, and the one-touch folding handles. Awesome. But they were very impressed by the integrated mulch plug, which is on back of the mower, and it gauges with a simple one-handed lever. You slide it over and the mulch plug blocks the chute. It's awesome. Steel performed exceptionally well in all of our tests, with the exception of our speed test. It's slow. Users wish that this awesome mower self-propulsion was a little bit faster. That's a hint for you, Steel. The steel was highly maneuverable, easy to use. The variable speed setting control was awesome. Allows speeds between 0.6 miles an hour all the way up to 2.8 miles an hour. Our crew was impressed with this mower's fit and finish, especially the durable 10-inch rear wheels and 8-inch front ball bearing wheels. Our team liked that it offered 7 adjustable height adjustment cutting heights, handlebar adjust to 3 height positions for different user comfort. And the steel is priced $100 less than Ego and Ryobi and $300 less than the Milwaukee. That brings me to best value. It's a category I like to look at and evaluate. The Echo 56-volt mower is our best value winner. It competed with the big boys for sure. Scored 6th in overall finish scoring, came in 5th with a cost of $499. The Echo scored top 3 in fit and finish, speed, and ergonomic categories. It's a simple, intuitive, and it's got some nice ambidextrous controls. This machine gives you 7 cut height adjustments from 1 to 4 inch, auto switch dual battery docking station. Overall, the team thought that you'd get the best bang for your buck, or should we say cut for your green, with the Echo. As far as closing thoughts on this, guys, the noise, odor, maintenance that comes from owning gas-powered mowers, they're no longer an issue with cordless mower owners. Cordless outdoor power equipment has come leaps and bounds since its inception, and it continues to impress us. I just want to say thanks for following us and checking out our head-to-heads, guys. I want to mention that this video was sponsored by Acme Tools. 3 generations, they're a family-owned business that they focus on guys like us, pro contractors, woodworkers, and DIYers. I think what we like best about them is they have a huge selection of tools and a great stock. They have tools in stock. Wide array of manufacturers. They offer free shipping, super fast processing, and great price guarantees. So check them out at acmetools.com. Also, please check out our other head-to-heads and take a peek at our new TBB t-shirts that are sold in below the video's description below. I'm Rob Robillard, and we'll see you next, probably in about a month or so, at our reciprocating saw head-to-head test. Take care.